Okay, hello. So I just want you to, if you have got a block, grab one now, or if you have a couple of cushions, that's absolutely fine as well. What we're going to do is we're going to pop our bottom onto them and sit, if we can, in a cross-leg position. Why? Because you'll find if you were to remove the block now, you might find your pelvis is tilted backwards and your lower back is nice and slumped, and you'll feel like you're rocking backwards and your knees will come up. By sitting on top of the block and letting yourself sit slightly forward, it allows you to sit through your pelvis, bring your body up. It relaxes the lower back at the same time, but it lets the legs drop. So you've got a better positioning, maybe a straighter line through the body. So just find that position for a moment. Close your eyes for a moment. And just adjust yourself, even if your knees are quite high at this moment, just adjust yourself where you can feel you're kind of perhaps challenging here a little bit, but you feel quite relaxed in it and your back feels quite nice and straight. Imagine there's a string on the top of your head and it's going to pull you up very, very tall. And as you can see, if you think about that string pulling you up, it's going to open up the lower region of your back and you're going to stay up nice and high and relax those shoulders. Just have a couple of breaths. Nice and easy. Now take your hands to your hips and just see if your hip bones are level on either side of your body. Now that might sound a bit odd, but very often we tend to sit towards the side or we rock, and by stabilising our hips in this way and making sure we feel like that we've got everything level and things, it's going to make the spine a lot straighter, which takes a lot of strain out the knees and the ankles and out the neck. So your body's going to have more energy because the spine's more supported. Just in this position, have a little rotation through your shoulders. What you want to do is feel that round the sides of the spine there's an oscillation, like the muscles are kind of moving. So it's less about what the shoulders are doing and more about how the spine's responding. So just let that have some movement. Stay up nice and high, and again make sure you feel you're engaged here. Take a breath in. Put your hand onto your opposite knee. Draw back your shoulder. So as you draw the shoulder back, your shoulder blades are going to come together. Place your hand as close towards the ground, towards the back of your body as you can. Try and stay on the central axis so you're not leaning back. The beauty of being in a block is it keeps you up nice and straight, so it stops you from allowing yourself to do that. Don't grab the knee, just rest it, draw your shoulder back. What I want you to do is take a breath in. As you exhale, contract your tummy muscles and feel like you're rounding your muscles around your spine, holding it nice and tall. And what will happen is you might feel you can just take yourself that little bit further. So let's do that again. Big deep breath in. Contract your tummy muscles, push the air out. Look over your back. Be mindful of your positioning. You don't want to be in any pain. Big deep breath in again. And then very gently as you exhale, we're going to come back to centre. Take a big deep breath in again. Hand onto the opposite knee. You can already starting to twist, but with the shoulder, you're going to draw open the shoulders by pulling the shoulder blades together. Take the hand. In fact, one of the best things to do is actually lift your elbow up, draw back the shoulders because it's going to create that space down the side of the body. Twist, place the hand down. Make sure you're still on that central axis, so keep thinking about pulling yourself up. Hands nice and soft on the knee. Take a nice big deep breath in. Contract here. Really pull the hips together. And see if you can just gently twist a little bit, tiny bit further, just with your head looking over your back shoulder, no tension on the neck though. Take another big deep breath in again. Contract your tummy muscles and look over the back shoulder. One more time, big deep breath in. And then exhale, let's very gently uncoil and come back to centre, and then just let the back have some movement. This is going to be a really, really, really simple spinal movement technique. So it's just going to make you feel a lot more refreshed. You can take your hands out to the side. Stretch your fingers. I often say in class, stretch your hands, and they kind of stay like this. Stretch them in between all the knuckles, everything. Here is where a lot of your meridians start and end. They're what makes you feel so much more refreshed. In fact, before we go on, bring your fingertips together and rub them across the top of each other. Feel that moment of refreshment. It's just going to help clear energy blockages. It's going to help the physical body just kind of talk to each other, to itself more proficiently. And then take your hands out and stretch and reach and stretch. Big deep breath in, exhale. And I want you to imagine someone's holding onto your wrist and they're going to pull you all the way to the side. But you're going to keep your hips still, keep your tummy muscles kind of contracted here, and you're going to feel a pull all the way across the spine. So the muscles of over the spine kind of being moved in a diagonal position. And it's going to really wake the spine up. Keep contracting here. This is where your balance is going to be to stop yourself from leaning over. Big deep breath in. And then exhale all the way over to the side. Stretch your hands. And again, keep that hip down, keep contracting through the tummy muscles and pulling. Imagine someone's on your wrist and they really want you to come with them, but you're not going to. Big deep breath in. And then exhale back to center. And again, just let the spine have some movement. Now with the lateral movement, which is where we open up this area of the body, we don't have to actually do a great deal. It's just very fine tuning. So if we place one hand down on the ground for support, what we're going to do is reach the hand up nice and high and feel a stretch begin to happen from here. And if you can see, I'm almost tilting my tailbone to get that stretch even higher so I can elongate the body, contract at the front of the body and elongating and just reaching up. It's like I'm trying to, in fact, if you want, take hold of your rib cage, try and reach your hand up as high as you can, stretch through your fingertips. Now as we move over, don't think about dropping the hand over or even just leaning over. Imagine there's a string here and it wants to pull this part of your rib cage up towards the ceiling. So push that rib cage up towards the ceiling and take yourself over. And keep lifting here, lifting up. It's going to create that space between the hip and the base of the rib cage, and it's going to open up underneath the arms. Now you can choose where you want to look with the head, but I always find it quite comfortable to twist and take the head up. Now take a breath in. Feel the expansion in the lungs. Your lungs are going to be in a challenged position because you're opening like this. As you exhale, contract through your tummy muscles. Take your hand over the top. Let's take the hand up again. So we're going to lift, 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 lift. High, 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 as high as we can. Stretch through the fingers. Okay. Let's reach down. Let's imagine that string's on the side of the rib cage and it's going to lift up towards the ceiling, and then we lean. Stretch the fingers, put the head where you feel comfortable. There should be no tension on the neck, so I'm going to reach out a little bit further for that to happen. Keep lifting here. Take a big deep breath in. Really expand with the breath. Exhale. And again, inhale back up. And exhale back to center. Just let the whole thing have some movement. We're going to do that one more time, but a little bit quicker. So big deep breath in, reach up, and then reach over. Keep lifting up. Breathe in, exhale over the top. Lift up, breathe in. Contract through your tummy muscles as you exhale. And back to center, and again just start to move your shoulders. These don't have to be big moves. You're going to feel so much more refreshed by doing less is more. Okay, so bring your fingers together, bring your hands and elbows up high with your shoulders. Nice relaxed face. In fact, open up and move your face around. Just relax the tension on your face. Hands together, big deep breath in. And we're going to push the fingers out, round through the back and contract a little bit, not too much because you're naturally going to fall that way anyway, but just a little bit to bring everything down in towards the front of the body, and your shoulder blades are going to be open. Now breathe into your shoulder blades. So you're trying to push open French doors. So breathing in. Hold that breath, feel that expansion, and then exhale. Take your hands up, elongate your spine. Exhale, coming back down. I'm going to do that again. Inhale. And then exhale. That's round through, a little contraction. The reason we're contraction here, let the breath go. It's going to help with our balance here on the block. So nice big stretch with the breath. Reach up, exhale. And bring the hands down. Lattice the hands behind your back. So just take your hands into this position and draw the shoulder blades together. The trick is not to push your chest forward, it's to draw the shoulder blades back. Lift your chin if you feel you've got that in you. Big deep breath in, really expand here. Pull that life into your body. Exhale. And then back to center. And again, just let your body move. This video is so good first thing in the morning when you've just woken up, because your body is in just such a sort of fragile state. It's really going to open up the joints, get the circulation moving, going to get fresh air, and it's going to make you feel good for the rest of the day. Just let their neck follow suit. Tilt your head to one side. When we say tilt your head, think about the ear coming down, but actually think about this ear as though helium balloons on it is going to lift you up. Can you see naturally it pulls through your body and lifts you up nice and high? And then cheek and chin on this side roll down towards your collarbone just slightly, and it's going to open up the back of the neck here. So nice rested position with the shoulders so they're nice and ease. Body's nice and high. Breathing in. Feel that expansion as you breathe in on the back of the neck. Exhale. And back up. Now you can hold this for as long as you like, and you can do as many breaths as you like. We're just going to do one this time. So drop your ear down to one side. Think about that helium balloon coming up. Let everything be nice and dropped. Shoulders nice and easy, contracting through the tummy muscles just to hold you upright. Cheek and chin down towards that collarbone. It might not be very far. It's just a slight tilt, so you can feel it in your neck. Take a breath in, slow breath. Exhale. You don't have to breathe out through your mouth. It should really be through your nose, but I want to demonstrate this at the length of the breath. Inhale, back up. And with the tip of your nose, just draw little figures of eights. And then just take that forward and down. Because what happens is, at the back of our neck here is where the muscles get very tight, and it's where our occipital nerve is, which controls our eyes, and it can, if it's under tension, it can give us headaches, it can give us eye strain. So by doing this, it just opens up the muscles where the skull meets the top of the spine. And it's going to be very refreshing and nice for you. What you might find as you do it, if you are doing figures of eights, do them in the opposite direction as well. But as you do it, you might find that your sinuses begin to empty, and that's totally normal. And then lift your head back up. And then just give it some movement anywhere that it feels it needs to move into. Now the legs have been very still, so we are going to change that. Come off your block, place it down. And we're just going to go into our cat-cow pose. So knees are hips distance apart. I always find it's not for everybody, but if you put two fists together and just move through, you can just touch the sides of the knees, or even if you just do one hand and you can just feel your fingers going through, your hips are normally in line with your knees. So it's just a little trick for you. So as we come down, bring the hands in line with the knees. Index fingers facing forward, little fingers outside. Why do we put the index fingers forward? Because it's a marker for other moves. When we place the index finger forwards, when we do handstands or forearm stands, it's normally this position. So we're getting used to it. We're training our wrists to be in the right position. So from here, we're going to tilt the tailbone up, and we're going to take the head back, draw the shoulders down out of the ears, breathing in. Feel that stretch here. As you exhale, we're going to contract through, round through. It's not a big contraction, it's just enough to get it moving. It's going to open up the lower back. Push your pelvis forward and let the lower back open here. Round through the shoulders. Take a breath in, feel the expansion. And exhale back the other way. And again, breathing in. And exhale. Last time, breathing in. And exhale. If you can, you're going to go back down into child's pose. Just place your hands on top of each other and place your forehead onto your hands. Just have a breath here. Let your body fall through the middle of your knees. Breathing in. Let the breath go. Now this is the position that our spine is in as we grow when we're in a fetus. So it's kind of very, very nice and refreshing for the body to be back in this position. So allow yourself just to open up here. Let's have another breath, breathing in. And exhale. And then very gently just walk the hands back. Lift the hands over the head. Squeeze the bottom, push the hips forward. Big stretch. Just reach through the body. Let the hands move. Bring the hands down. We're going to pop the toes open. It's really good to have open toe joints. It really helps with the knees and the movement of the spine. So just feel that if you can. If it's too much, you can be up here or you can move the feet. But we do want you to try and get that open. A couple of breaths. Most of you will find this quite uncomfortable. One more time. Now if you can, if you can't, don't worry. If you can, you're going to rock through and come into a forward fold. Now in your forward fold, bend your knees, drop the top of your ribcage towards the top of your knees, let your whole body open, drop your lower back so it's open, and then have a couple of breaths. If you have blood pressure problems or feel uncomfortable, just lift your head up, that's absolutely fine. Big deep breath in, and then exhale. Gently round through your back, hands onto your knees, lift your head up, and round through. And have a really big stretch. Place one hand down by the sides of your body, big deep breath in. Exhale, let's have a reach and lean and stretch through the sides of the body. Take the hand over the top, big deep breath in, come up. Exhale. You see I close my eyes a lot. I like to feel what's going on in the body, and then back up nice and high. Last little shimmy through the shoulders. Bring your hands up nice and tall. Hands down in front of the heart. Namaste.